Grab your official Alpha Whiskey 6 shirt today by going to the link down in the description below. Sales for a limited time only and lasts only a couple more weeks. Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Wednesday to you. So it's that time of the week again. We're going to go through all the football games that are going on this week, give you the picks, predictions, discussions, hot takes, tell you who I think's going to win. All that good stuff. So I noticed on last week's video, somebody wrote me a comment, and that's why I always pick against the Chiefs, because I guess I picked against the Chiefs last week, picked them to lose. The reason I picked against the Chiefs last week is because I thought the Raiders absolutely had to have that game to save their season. So I thought the Raiders were going to win, and they did. So how do you like those apples? How do you like that? But no, anyways, I think we've been pretty accurate overall down the stretch. I know that the Raiders had like 10 shots at the end zone at the end of that game, whatever. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So the first game, tomorrow night's game, Thursday night, Miami Dolphins, Baltimore Ravens. Dolphins are 4-2, Ravens are 3-4. The Ravens are a team that I've always been really high on just because they were so good for so long. And it's a team that, if they didn't have, a new coordinator every year, I think they've had like a new one every year for 6 years there. They've had new coordinators coming and going. Eventually you got to look at Harbaugh. Like seriously, like they should be better than they are, better than 3-4. Anyways, the Dolphins on the other hand, 4-2. I think the AFC East, which if you don't know is the division the Dolphins play in, you should know that. But anyway, in case you don't, everybody thought the Patriots were going to be undefeated. The Jets would be historically bad, and there would just be no competition all this season. Instead, you got Bills and Dolphins are both 4-2. Patriots are 5-2. I think the Patriots and Bills and Dolphins were actually tied at like 4-2 going into last season or whatever, going into last week or whatever it was. It was pretty close. And now you've got, Patriots 5-2, Bills and Dolphins 4-2, and the Jets 3-4. Everybody thought the Jets might win 3 games the whole season if they're lucky. And it goes to show you. So, I think overall, you got, depending on what you think about Jay Cutler, he's out. So however much of a loss you think he is. I thought he was serviceable, but really the whole team is their defense and their run game with Jay Ajayi. I think that should be, I got Baltimore winning this game. I think that they need the win. It's another team that needs the win. They really need the win, and I think the Dolphins losing Cutler, not that Cutler was a transformational player, but anytime you lose your starting quarterback, it's a big deal. So I got the Ravens winning this game. Next game up, we got the... Forget it. I don't even waste a lot of time on this game. We got the Browns and the Vikings. Browns are 0-7. Vikings are 5-2. Of course I got the Vikings winning this game. Next game out, Buffalo Bills, Oakland Raiders. I got the Raiders winning this game. I should probably analyze it more. I just feel like the Raiders, they need the wins and they have the players to be able to do it. And I feel like Buffalo, but Buffalo's a good team, but they're not winning this one. Sorry. I got the Raiders winning this game. Next game up, Indianapolis Colts, Cincinnati Bengals. Just these might be, if you look at the 4 worst teams, you got friggin' Browns, 49ers, Giants, Bengals, Colts, like something like that. Those are just some garbage teams right there. And so really, it's one, and it doesn't happen often that season because every team's been pretty good for the most part, except for those few. But it's one of those games where you got the 2 crap teams playing each other, the Bengals and the Colts. I got good. This one could go either way because both teams suck so much. I give it to the Colts. I got the Colts winning this game. Next game, New England Patriots, LA Chargers. So this is. I don't know if this is the game of the week. Let me just go through see what other games we got. Okay, Eagles. Yeah, they're playing the 49ers. They suck. Houston, Seattle could be a game. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this is the game of the week, right? Actually, no. Denver, KC. Denver, Kansas City. That's the game of the week. This one's a close second, which is why that'll be the game you watch in this video in Madden. Do the Madden simulation of it, which gives me an excuse to play Madden. But anyways, back to this game. LA Chargers, New England Patriots. So the Patriots absolutely sucked on defense the first few weeks of the season. And all of a sudden, they come out Sunday night and just beat the crap out of the Falcons. A lot of people weren't surprised. A lot of people were expecting that. I kind of wasn't. I really thought that would be a close game. But yeah, the Patriots, they fix the defense. They do what they always do every year. The defense is bad or they have some problems at the beginning of the year. And then they're in the Super Bowl. That's pretty much how it works. So there you go. It took until week 7. They fixed the defense. They completely beat the crap out of the Falcons. They scored, other than like one kind of freak touchdown there that they barely got. they would have lost like 30-zip or 23, whatever the score was. And that's the Falcons. It's a legit offense with legitimate weapons. You got Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, Freeman. You got a run game. You got everything going on that team. They're fast, physical, tall, that whole thing. And they shut them down. So the Patriots are back. So for that reason, I got the Patriots win this game. But this will be a close game. The Chargers defense is awesome. I'm loving what Joey Bosa's doing. I think Phillip Rivers can still ball. He's my kind of quarterback. Just big physical guy. Doesn't come off the field for the most part. So yeah, it's going to be a close game. But I got the Patriots win this game because the Patriots are back, to many people's chagrin. So anyways, next game up, Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints. Saints are rolling. I got them winning this game. Not a whole lot to see here. Next game up, Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. Man, good. I really want to pick the Jets to win this game because of how bad the Falcons have sucked. I just know that they're a lot better than they've been. Steve Sarkisian, offensive coordinator for the Falcons, completely got ripped on every ESPN, NFL Network, radio station, pretty much anywhere people talk about sports. The guy got ripped after the Patriots game for just calling stupid plays, calling runs that weren't working. Just dumb football this guy was doing. And so I think they got the message. I think they know you can't, losing 3 in a row. I think they know they have to be better. They will be better. It's good enough to beat the New York Jets, if anything. So I got the Falcons win this game. Next game up, the 0-7 49ers and the 6-1 Eagles. You know what? I'm not crazy enough to say that the 49ers are going to win this game, but I think it's going to be a close game. That's what I think. It's going to be a close game right here. But the Eagles are going to win. Of course, the Eagles are going to win. So the Eagles, talk about them for a minute. Philadelphia Eagles, I don't want to say it because I know it would make Eagles fans really mad. They've had a pretty easy schedule. It's been pretty darn easy. Like, if you just go down the stretch and look at the Eagles schedule, I don't want to, screw up the order of the teams that they played or say it the wrong way. Let's just go through this. So, first game against the Redskins, 30-17. Fair enough. That's what you'd expect against the Redskins. Lost to the Chiefs. Yup. Fair enough. Beat the Giants, the Chargers, the Cardinals, the Panthers, the Redskins again. So all teams that, for the most part, except for the Chiefs, you'd expect them to win. And then I think they have a bye week. Maybe they didn't have it yet. Yeah. So it's a product of that. They get an easy schedule. And it's also a product of the fact that Carson Wentz can flat out ball. This guy can ball, this guy's doing some friggin' Brett Favre hanging in the pocket. I mean, if you saw a couple of those plays from their last game, the one where, just pocket collapses, there's 10 guys on him, you think it's going to be gang tackle, and all of a sudden he just runs out of the pile. Unbelievable. Don't know how he did that. Then the other play that's been replayed over and over again, got guys in his face, he's getting sacked as he's going to the ground, just flings a ball off to the corner of the end zone, gets reeled in for a touchdown. Guy can ball. He's got legit weapons. They've been good. They've been legitimately good, but if their schedule was a lot harder, then maybe they wouldn't be 6-1. Maybe they'd be 4-3, I guess. Anyways, however, you got to consider the fact they lost Jason Peters, Jordan Hicks. I don't know how long Jordan Hicks is going to be. He's going to rupture Achilles. Jason Peters done for the year. So you got to factor that in. Still, I think the Eagles are pretty much set if they just win 6-1. I mean, what do you got to win? They could win a few more games, and you're pretty much set on that team. Anyways, it's more than enough to beat the 49ers. That's not really the point. The point is the Eagles are a legit team. I think they're going to be friggin'... I don't want to say it's a Super Bowl team because you got teams like Seattle who, like the Patriots, will always be there, and they'll figure out a way to show up at the end of the year. So I don't want to say they're going to the Super Bowl. It's way too early to say that. But considering the fact the NFC... Not so much that there's been parity, but there's no runaway team in the NFC. You know what I mean? But I think the Eagles are going to be there. I think they'll be in the NFC Championship game, which is great because the Eagles haven't been in the playoffs forever. So I think it's a good thing. They got good fans. So anyways, I got the Eagles winning this game. Next game up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carolina Panthers. The Buccaneers have sucked. You got friggin' throwing every ball down the field for some reason. Defense, couldn't block your grandmother. All that they got going on, and then the Panthers on the other. So the Panthers, when you make a decision on who you think's going to win, you got to decide whether it's going to be good this team or bad that team. Like, for instance, no matter who is playing the 49ers, maybe other than the Browns, you could say that other team's going to win because of how bad the 49ers are. Whereas in this circumstance, you kind of got to decide which team's better because they're both pretty, like, neither of these teams has really sucked. I got the Buccaneers winning this game because the Panthers seem like the kind of team who, like they did a couple of years ago, are just going to crap themselves. So, like, it's not, they're going to fall apart at the end of the year. It's not a team that's mentally tough. It's a team that's got divisions in itself. You got Cam Newton. I think he walked out of a press conference today. You got, just those types of things. You got just, it's a team where the defense might not show up one week, or, the offense. What did the Panthers do last week? I think they were, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yeah, they lost 17-3 to the Chicago Bears, and now you got Cam Newton walking out of press conferences. Like, it's that kind of team that you got no faith in. So, you know what? I got Tampa Bay winning this game. Screw the Panthers. They're not. Ever since Cam Newton, ever since the season a couple years ago where they were really cocky, and then in the Super Bowl, Cam Newton doesn't dive on the fumble, tells you everything you need to know about the makeup of that team, about the identity of it. Just it's not my kind of team. I got the Buccaneers winning this game. Next game up, Seattle Seahawks, Houston Texans. I got the Texans winning this game. I feel like Houston in the Super Bowl, this just seems like Houston Texans aren't going. I'm sorry, Houston Astros in the World Series. I feel like this is Houston's year. Houston's been really good. The Texans, on the other hand, they're not going any Super Bowl. Don't get that in your head. But they're good. It's a physical, tough team. And you look at Seattle. When I see Seattle, it's a team with a horrible offensive line. It's a team it's a team where their defense is the whole team, less so than the Broncos. But when I look at that team, it's kind of like a week to week team that for the most part they'll put enough wins together to be there in the end. But they just don't have enough pieces. And I feel like there's like, if you look at their schedule, and you go all the way back to last season too, all of a sudden there'll be a week where they score like 5 points, which is like a field goal and a safety. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of off and on team where, I just think that, Houston's going to give them a game. I think Houston's going to win this week. But I think Seattle will be there in the end. I want to see Seattle and the Eagles in the playoffs. Wouldn't you love to watch that just to see what happens? I'd love to see that. Next game, because you got the Eagles defense against the Seattle's horrible offensive line. You got Seattle's excellent defense against Carson Wentz. I'd love to see that. Anyways, next game, Dallas Cowboys, Washington Redskins. Two things these teams have in common. They're both in the NFC East, and they're both 3-3, and they both, for the most part, I feel like the Redskins are a very, very consistent team, but like they play at that same level. You know what I mean? Where they're 3-3, but they're consistent. It's not like they got blown out. They put up like 17 points, and then whatever happens. Whereas the Cowboys, on the other hand, have been. I'm waiting for Ezekiel Elliott to get suspended. He's going to get suspended. He's just going to delay with the appeals. He'll get suspended eventually. Maybe he won't be for the 6th game. He's getting suspended. Which will be the end of that team. So the Cowboys, like the Panthers, are another team I just can't stand. Just cocky team where, like you saw, like this tells you everything you know about this team. I'm getting mad thinking about it. So Ezekiel Elliott, first of all, you can say what you want about what he does off the field. Very, not a high opinion of him as far as that goes. Not really a high opinion of him on the field. He's a good running back, but other than that, wouldn't want any of that on my team. So he gets completely shut down by the Broncos. And he just can't handle it, bad attitude, just, completely just shuts it down, right? Then you see him ball in a few games since then, and he's, gotta feed me the ball, with all those little, gestures that he does, which is just nauseating to watch. So he's the kind of guy who, it's like friggin' NBA players like this. Like, if he can't ball, he just doesn't even want to be there. Like, there's no, friggin' resolute, drive at all. He either wants to ball and be a star or just not. He doesn't even want to show up. Like, I just hate players like that. So I got the Redskins winning this. Just screw that team. The Cowboys. Screw it. You got the Redskins winning this game. Pittsburgh Steelers, Detroit Lions. Holy smoke. You better be afraid of the Pittsburgh freaking Steelers, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers overhauled their defense in the offseason for the express purpose of beating the New England Patriots. Because the New England Patriots have beat the Steelers every year that they've played for like 12 years or something like that. The Steelers never beat the Patriots. And so they overhauled their defense just to beat the Patriots. They haven't played the Patriots yet. They will in a few weeks, which will be quite a game. So if you remember last season, the Steelers played the Patriots, but Roethlisberger was out and all that. And then they played in the AFC Championship game, but it was in New England, which will probably be there again this season. So we've never seen the grudge match, and I can't wait to see. It's another team game I can't wait to see. Steelers defense is scary as hell, man. That is a defense because it's another team where the Steelers do stuff like the Steelers do, where they'll, like a couple weeks ago, they'll just get blown out one week and then blow another team out the next week. It's just a team that's like that. But for the most part, they are really good, that team. Le'Veon Bell is you better watch the hell out for that guy. And Tony, but just the whole team is awesome. I love this team. Now, as far as the drama goes, it is another team that, nowhere near the Cowboys or the Panthers or whoever as far as drama goes. But they do have, it's like Martavis Bryant, wide receiver for the Steelers. He's mad, doesn't get enough playing time, wants to be traded. If you remember last season, the Antonio Brown video of the locker room, just teams that have those kinds of problems. The Steelers are a team like that, and it ends up really kind of killing them by the time you get to the end of the year. Just like it's a team that really can't hold it together for the most part. But look, they're stacked this season. So I want to pick against them just because they have those fluke losses, and I like Detroit, but I really can't because they're just too good. But if they lose, they're getting blown the hell out. Like that's it's just one of those teams. But anyways, I got the Steelers winning this game. They're good enough to beat the Lions. Anyways, Sunday Night Football, so you can catch it. Last game of the week: Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs. I don't want to bet against the Chiefs again. All right, if this game is in Arrowhead, if it's at the Chiefs Stadium, I'll pick the Chiefs. Yeah, it's in Arrowhead. All right, I'll pick the Chiefs to win this game. But if this was in Denver, I'd pick Denver to win just because of their defense. But Denver has no offense. The team sucks on offense. Great defense. They got a great defense, though. Tremendous defense. They still have it on the defense there. Von Miller and company. But I can't pick against the Chiefs again, especially when it's at home and the Denver put up no points for the first time in like 20 years last week. I can't pick against the Chiefs. I got to pick the Chiefs to win this week. Anyways, all right, guys, let's go through this video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and sort of thing. Other than that, if you want to disagree with any of my picks, let me know. We can have a nice little debate in the chat. But other than that, until next time, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.